Good morning, everybody. It is nice and foggy out here underneath the old shade tree. And on the chopping block today, we have ourselves a 1994 Dodge Caravan. Not a Grand Caravan, just a Caravan. Note, this side has no sliding door, and this is the short wheelbase version of the vehicle. So today, we got ourselves a set of drum brakes that makes a hell of a lot of noise. We're going to make them not make a hell of a lot of noise. This vehicle runs pretty good when they got it. Mileage wasn't too bad. It's been used in some kind of service, as you can see by the numbers. It's very, very, very good. Very good is what I see all around this thing. I've done the front brakes on it. They're ready to rock. Front suspension is ready to replace. It's all of it. There aren't very many pieces to that, though, folks. This is about Lee Iacocca suspension under this. So no big tears there. Drum brakes should not be that big of an ordeal on this particular make and model. I know there's going to be some kind of fight included in this, but hoping for nice, easy ones. I've done these several times. These kit car brakes, they should be all about the same to service. So, yeah, we got it here. We got it ready to do. Let's get everything unloaded and begin. Like we got most of the parts here. I got the parking brake rebuild springs. I got the drums. These are Centric C-Tech, which is a good economical option, as is a lot of this stuff. Centric, it's decent, especially for the money, and it's recently manufactured, so I have no problem doing that. Good drums, save quite a bit. Did not skimp out on the shoes with Dynamic Friction True Arc, and spent the extra $3 for the riveted ones. So those are going to be significantly beefy. So we have most of what we need here, and with this did come 2 springs. We'll see what this old hardware looks like. I don't like to reuse the stuff, and I'll probably go get some locally if they can't tell me, oh, it's here, and we'll go get it. But whatever, we got the main big pieces. If I have to go buy a spring kit at the local parts store, that's no big deal. And let me go get myself ready. Good deal. I just done shown number 2, who's boss? Crypt keeper, folks. It ain't leaking, it ain't pissing out. Our hydraulics are all right. Our old wheel bearing is ancient, but wasn't too bad. I don't have a new one for that, by the way, but that's no big deal. If they need one, I can install it in minutes without having to do this again. Check out them old shoes. Crackety cracks. Yeah, I bet these were some noisy, shitty old things. So I'll be very happy to get these off the car. I have these springs, and I have the whole parking brake self-adjuster kit. I do not have these or that guy, but looks like them will all clean up for me. So I'm going to go grab a couple of cans of brake cleaner, because of course nothing ever goes exactly as planned. We're going to hose this down, and right now I'm planning to reuse the hardware I don't have, but you know, ain't nothing the hell wrong with it if I can get it out that way. And I have spares for these hold downs. I don't have a replacement lead pins. They don't look all rusted up though. Look like they'll move just fine for me. So let me go get what I need, and we'll get this knocked out. They're coming along quite nicely, and I thought I'd take the time to show y'all an old school trick. So I'm installing my shoes. That's all going good, but of course I got some springs to push some things against. Nothing hardcore, but you know, they want to fall off and pop off. So what do, even after you got your mounts in? Well, this is an old accessory drive belt that's about the right size, but you can use any belt you got. You put that around your shoes and get them the way you want them, and then you pinch that bad boy with a pair of vice grips at the top. And now I've got a third octopus hand wrapped around this thing, so I can do what I need to do. Now, it will not hold against full spring tension of me pulling the hell out of things, but it will beat not having a hand on it at all kind of deal, which is what that's meant to solve. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange the rest of the stuff here, and we'll have this side together. All right, well, those aren't too terribly complicated, but you know I really like to take my time. So there's a set of shoes. I think them shoes are going to do much better than them shoes with the blues. These are the riveted ones, It's only a couple of dollars more. Why not put the heavy duty freight train grade on the car, as we never want to have to come back here again. So I ended up reusing these springs and these hold downs. Nothing wrong with that. Had a new Tarkin brake kit. This spring came with the shoes. So really, everything's okay there. Everything's in good shape. So we're going to get it hand bled. We're going to get it adjusted out. We're going to get this wheel bearing repacked with grease and clean, and we're going to shove on this brand new drummy drum. But first, we're going to go and make a pizza and eat that because I'm hungry. Okay, so I got that bearing grease packed and that hubcap all cleaned up good, and I got my preload about the way I would like it. Too much is almost enough. So that's all signed and dated, looking pretty. Got it bled too. Might have to do a second round, but that went pretty damn easy. Let's get this wheel on it, get that other side up in there. Time's a ticking. Second verse, pretty much the same as the first. So when you're dealing with one like this, there ain't no way in hell that drum's coming off of that spindle without taking the spindle off the car. So don't beat on it. The only thing that cannot be replaced in this whole damn setup, and you remember I said this, is that center shaft and that backing plate. Bend the fuck out of or destroy anything else about that. You keep that spindle in one piece and that backing plate. So we're going to go ahead and pull this wheel bearing so that this all comes off as a unit. Then from the ground, I can take it to Funky Town. That's what I'm talking about. See, it's real simple to remove that wheel bearing, take it apart, and to get this off as a unit. And now I can hammer on this and not these guys, because these will come out the back of the hub or fuck up in some way, or you'll never get a lug nut back on them. This side, looks like it's been dragging a little more, causing some shit on this side. We don't have the cracking we had on the other side, but we have less material. Who the hell knows? Looks a little rustier in here too, but less dusty. Let's get it apart. There's a quicker takedown on the second side. I've got my pieces still arranged kind of how they came. Everything makes a hell of a lot of sense to me now. We're going to clean up this piece real good, get that back. We got a couple other keeper leftovers, and again, I'm going to have to reuse these springs. There's nothing wrong with those springs. The little smaller ones, I could reuse them too, but I have new pieces for that. So, everything's going pretty good on this. So far, so good. Let me get these hydraulics. Get this broke loose, and then turn these two 10mm and swap out this wheel cylinder is my next step. Okay, there's passenger side fully assembled. We got our wheel bearing back together and re-greased and packed. Everything looking happy on all this. Parking brake adjuster clicks and works. So let's get the drum on it, get that adjusted to good preload tightness, and then bleed it out. Then we got this car on the road. Folks, I believe that to be brake job complete. Got my preload set. Good, nice and tight. No rub in. That's no problem. That's my weaker left hand. Got them bled up. So this should be good to go. Let's get the wheel back on it and see what these feel like. It's going to be a lot different. That's going to be for sure. All right, folks. Well, that one came out damn good. Did that complete rear brake replacement. Got them wheel bearings all cleaned up and re-greased. And it's a totally different vehicle now. You touch the brakes, you've got brakes. And no longer do you have grabby brakes and a bunch of dead zone. It's ready to rock. There's preload on these. Some of that preload's going to eat down as they drive, I'm sure. That's fine. They're preloaded enough to self-adjust, and I'm happy about it. It's going to be good. And again, I don't pinch them down. This one's a little bit on the pinchy, but that'll wear off at 60 miles an hour going down the highway real quick, and we'll have a great even surface. So, Caravan, ready to rock. Another piece in Jurassic parking lot, ready to roll. Good vehicle here, folks.